845-2215. A Langford woman is coming home next week after having a controversial and experimental treatment for her chronic pain condition in Mexico. Fern Kwantes emerged from a coma a few days ago and appears to have been miraculously cured. There were complications that left Kwantes in a coma a week longer than intended, but the risk attached to the life-threatening procedure and the astronomical costs appear to have been worth it. A News reporter Mary Beth Burton has more.
Fern Kwantes is recuperating in San Jose Hospital in Mexico after being in a coma for 13 days. Doctors first tried to pull Fern out of the coma 5 days into the procedure.
But when they tried to wake me up, then my neck had an infection, and so they had to put the breathing tube back in and keep me in a coma for another week.
We first met Fern in Langford on September 1st. She explained her condition, reflex sympathetic dystrophy, or RSD.
It feels like you're on fire all the time.
RSD is a condition that makes sufferers feel pain even though there's no physical injury. It's essentially all in their head. For 6 years, RSD took an unmanageable toll on Fern and her family.
I had moments where I just would rather just off myself and not deal with this anymore.
She was willing to risk death by taking massive doses of a drug, ketamine, that would put her in a coma and hopefully reboot her brain so that it no longer sent out pain messages to the rest of her body. Ketamine is known on the street as Special K. It's a horse tranquilizer. Doctors were clear in the pre-procedure debrief in Florida this summer about the risks.
Have you thought about the idea that maybe you may not wake up from it? Have you thought about that?
Yes.
And what did you think?
That it would be okay.
Fern's greatest fear wasn't death. It was that the ketamine coma would not improve her quality of life. She came out of that coma last Friday, and today we spoke to her husband via Skype in Mexico with an update on her condition.
We are ecstatic here. We are really, really ecstatic because what we had hoped for was that the pain, instead of being the biggest thing in Fern's life, would be, maybe part of Fern's life, and then she'd be able to live with it. But this result was beyond what we had dared to hope for.
80% of RSD patients who are put in the ketamine coma are either pain-free or see vast improvements in their pain perception. Fern's husband says her RSD is in remission.
There's just no way. Words are not enough to describe how thankful we are that this actually worked.
The procedure cost $50,000 U.S. Fern's family and friends held several fundraisers to help cover the costs. It's a huge personal and financial gamble that appears to be paying off.
Wave goodbye. Okay. Be coming home soon.
Fern will be back in Langford next week and will make regular trips to Mexico for small doses of ketamine, with the hopes her RSD stays in remission. Mary Beth Burton, A News.